good morning, evening, or afternoon, depending on what part of the globe you're on and what time zone you are in. I am your host, Skeptically Speaking.
And I'm Sweet Pea from across the pond. Hey, everyone.
And if you want more independent media in your life, please consider supporting the show. Support us on Cash App, Venmo, or become a Patreon subscriber. We'd love to have you. Whoops, you found us on YouTube. But you can find us in other places too. Don't forget, we also have TikTok, Blue Sky, Discord, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Kick, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, Substack, Upscroll, also known as Up Yours, TikTok, and also you can find us on Red Note. We're trying all the places. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're trying all the places because we want to make sure that we get enough exposure everywhere. Good God, this freaky ass get out of my hair. Got his little nasty ass pucker right in my...
He looks like he's sniffing your hair. He looks like he's getting ready to kiss your hair.
Yeah. That's okay. What a day. What a day. And what a time to celebrate life and whatever the fuck this is. Because I tell you what, this is just crazy town. So apparently, this knuckle fuck, this jackass, you know how we say every accusation is a confession? When he threw Trump under the bus saying he's all over the Epstein files and blah, 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 it's like, so is this moron. He tried so hard. And we're going to get into it. He literally was begging to go to Epstein Island. You know, this guy wanted to be in all of the circles. Didn't matter. You know, you want to talk about fear of missing out? This fuckstick literally tried to be everywhere all at once. You know, I mean, he pathetic. He's a fucking mental midget who no one wants to be around. No one wants them around. No one wants him around anywhere. And it's like, I get it. I mean, listen to him talk. Listen to him expound on things. And it's like, you just, ugh. So, yeah. Not for lack of wanting, Elon Musk tried to get into the cool kids club, the cool pedophile ring. And yeah, they didn't want his ass anywhere near them. They're like, yeah, no. Our circle of trust depends on trust, and we don't trust you because you're just a fucking moron who doesn't know how to keep secrets. So how do you trust a guy like that, huh? So this guy literally was saved from his own incompetence and assholery. I mean, how would you describe this? If you had to sum up this show or this episode in 2 sentences or less, how would you sum it up?
They're fucked. Also, did you know that they turned out that there was election fraud?
Yeah. And he was involved in it.
In Georgia by Elon Musk and his Muppets.
Yeah. Sending all those pre-filled out ballots, mail-in ballots, which is illegal in the state of Georgia. And this motherfucker's like, oh, I know, our super PAC is going to send a bunch of these. And of course they were caught. And they were like, look, dude, you can't do this. This is illegal. Stop. You know, it's like, Did you know there were, going back to the 80s, there has only been less than 100 instances of actual voter fraud committed in the case in the sense of people trying to vote more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Less than 100. It is literally impossible to carry out that type of voter fraud. It is literally impossible. People who vote twice, it sends up a red flag. People who voted in using their dead relatives, they get flagged. They get caught. It's like, you can't.
Yeah, I think
It
we
is nigh
learned that
impossible.
when a few Republicans tried doing that for the
Yep.
2020
And got
election.
busted. Yeah. He got busted big time.
Not to mention the legal activity of Elon bribing people to vote for Trump in exchange for money.
Yeah. Well, and not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but you know, this story, it just gets bigger and bigger and it just doesn't end. So let's just get into the show, because this is going to, well, it's going to be a doozy. I really don't know what to. I mean, I kind of get it, but I still, part of me doesn't. Trying to wrap my head around how this is. So Elon Musk's emails to Jeffrey Epstein reveal in the latest document release. Tesla CEO. This is from the Times. Link will be in the description. Tesla CEO Elon Musk apparently expressed an interest in visiting Jeffrey Epstein's Caribbean island numerous times in email correspondence between the pair that lasted for more than a year, according to the files released by the Justice Department on Friday. The files, part of the release of millions of documents related to various investigations into Epstein, including 16 emails between Musk and the disgraced financier sent in 2012 and 13. This is after he was busted the first time. But I think by 2008, I think, is when he was first busted. And then there was some kerfluffle in 2010. So anybody who is seeking a relationship or connection with Jeffrey Epstein after the fact, they know what they know about Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, you have to. Musk appeared to acknowledge on Saturday that the emails were genuine, but denied any close connection to Epstein. No one pushed harder than me to have the Epstein files released, and I'm glad that has finally happened, Musk said on Saturday. He maintained that he continually declined to go to the Epstein Island, but was aware that the emails could be misinterpreted. Quote, I had very little correspondence with Epstein and declined repeated invitations to go to his island or fly on his Lolita Express, but was well aware that there was email correspondence with him could be misinterpreted and used by detractors to smear my name. But motherfucker, your own emails smear you, you bitch. Musk said for years that he did not know Epstein well. Well, yeah, okay. Not for lack of trying. Epstein had tried repeatedly to get me to visit. No, he did not. But the emails appeared to include multiple instances in which Musk expressed an interest in visiting the island. Here's what he writes, okay? What day night will be the wildest party on your island? Musk wrote in an email to Epstein in November 2012. In another in December 2013, he asked, will be in the BVI St. Bart's area over the holidays. Is there a good time to visit? There's no indication in the emails of any wrongdoing by Musk. Well, Epstein's Caribbean island. Look, the Epstein Island is a literal crime scene. The wrongdoing is trying to get to the crime scene to commit crimes. Little St. James is now infamous for being the site of dozens of claims of sex trafficking and abuse of young women and girls. Epstein's most serious crimes were not public at the time when Musk was in communication with him, but he had been convicted in 2008 on state charges of solicitation, of prostitution, of whatever. It wasn't until 2015 that some of the more serious allegations about Epstein became public when Virginia Giuffre sued his long-term collaborator Ghislaine Maxwell for defamation. Epstein was eventually arrested in 2019 on sex trafficking charges, months after a series of investigative reports of Miami Herald sparked wider interest for his actions and connections with powerful people. So in September, he says, "Oh, look, a very enjoyable conversation. Hopefully the first of many." The earliest email between Musk and Epstein in the files are back in 2012, when Musk writes that they had a very enjoyable conversation. Soon after, Epstein writes to Musk asking for help electrifying his Caribbean island or his New Mexico ranch with solar power, since Musk was then chairman of Solar City. I think Elon Musk realized early on that the inventor Elon Musk was just a husk. He was a ruse. It was all a ruse. This guy talked about high-speed rail. He talked about going to Mars and terraforming it. And you listen to it and you realize this guy is just full of shit. 2012, December, he says, "Do you have any parties planned?" He continued, "I've been working to the edge of sanity this year, and so once my kids head home after Christmas, I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose. The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for." Okay. Epstein says, "Understood. I will see you on St. Bart. The ratio on my island might make Talila uncomfortable." Tallulah. Who's Tallulah? Is that one of his kids? Ratio is not a problem for Tallulah.
Girlfriend.
Oh, is that his
His
girlfriend?
kid's mother.
Oh.
One of his baby mamas.
Yeah, Musk seemingly canceled the visit, telling Epstein that logistics won't work this time around. 2013, thanks for the tour. Epstein thanks Musk for a tour of SpaceX. Musk had said previously that Epstein didn't tour SpaceX. To the best of my knowledge, he never toured SpaceX. I don't know where that comes from. It comes from Jeffrey Epstein literally thanking you for the tour, you fuck knuckle. Yet calendar invites in February 2013 show that Epstein was scheduled to have lunch with Musk while visiting the company's headquarters. He says in an email, "Thanks for the tour," adding that he would have had fun at Christmas. In his response, Musk writes, "I see," with an accompanying smiley face. This guy struggles. How does he get anywhere in life? What kind of a response is that? I see. How about say something a normal human being would say? This tapioca face Martian. Musk and Epstein seem to try one more time to arrange a visit to the island, with Musk asking in December 2013, "Is there a good time to visit?" Epstein says, "I will send a heli for you." Musk replies, "Thanks." After a series of back and forth emails on scheduling, Epstein emailed to cancel. "Bad news. Unfortunately, my schedule will keep me in New York. I was really looking forward to finally spending some time together with just fun as the agenda, so I'm very disappointed. Hopefully we can schedule another time in the near future." Musk responded, "No problem." Yeah. Does this sound like somebody who, man, this guy kept inviting me. I don't know. Let's see if Forbes will let me read there. Rich and powerful in the Epstein files, ex-ambassador Peter Mandelson arrested for alleged misconduct. I was hoping this would be about Musk. Shit. Somebody else. Damn it. But yeah, so this is going through a whole bunch of people, people who are high up in finance, people who are high up in science, scientists. We're talking people that are high up in academia, people who, I mean, it's a who's who. Ugh. So yeah, it's just the royals in England, Bill Gates, of course. Oh, this might talk about Elon Musk. I just gotta dig. Holy shit, this is a long fucking article. Wow, just talks about all of these different people. Ugh. Oh, here we go. Here's an update. Billionaire Tesla SpaceX CEO Elon Musk was seen in a photo at dinner Epstein emailed to himself in 2015 alongside Meta CEO Mark Zuckerfuckface. The photo was discovered after the tranche of documents revealed several email connections between Epstein and Musk, including discussion about visiting Epstein's private island. And I'm not going to read to you all of the different. Where's the photo? Oh, I really wanted to see the photo with him and Zuckerfuck having dinner, cozy dinner. You know what? That's okay. I'll include this Forbes article in the description as well. I mean, it's just one long. This is your last free article. Fuck you, Forbes. Seriously, your last free article. You ever come back? You better come back with some money. God damn. Well, I'll share it anyway because, you know, that's the type of person I am. I'm not petty like that. Well, actually, yes. But anyway, let's. What do you got?
I'm going
PBS.
to send you the picture. I'm going to send you the picture
Oh, thank you.
of
You know what?
Zuckerberg and them. You're welcome.
Yeah, please do. Is it in?
1 second, please.
Hold, please. Yeah, but it's just sick. It really is. You know, these fuck sticks. You know, they think because they've got money that they can do and say whatever the fuck they want. You know,
Incoming.
there it is. Ugh. Ick, filth. Yeah, it's pretty grainy, but yeah, we'll show it. We'll call this Elon von Clownstick. But yeah, I mean, it's like these guys. They think they're so rich and powerful. They think nothing is going to touch them. And to be honest, that's been true for quite a while. That needs to change. There we go.
I think I come up with a new name for Doge. I've sent it to you privately just in case it's stupid.
Here we go. Yeah, there's Zucker fuckface. Elon Musk is way in the foreground. I'm not recognizing this. Ghislaine, I think, is there. Not sure who this is. Is that um is that Zuckerfuck? Is that his wife beside him? I don't know.
Yes.
Chinese.
Yes, that is Zuckerberg's wife.
But yeah, I mean, who would want to be in the presence of this monster? It's like these people are on a whole different level. As soon as you get billionaire status, it's like morality doesn't exist. It's just, we're just here to make money and stash up wealth. It becomes this disgusting it's like an extreme version of hoarders. How much money can I just bankroll? It's like, what are you going to do with it? You couldn't spend it in several lifetimes.
No, exactly. Do you think that's a good name for Doge?
Yeah. But I'm just tired of these people. I'm just tired of them. These guys are literally the parasites of the world. Literal parasites. A list of powerful men named in the Epstein files: Elon Musk and to former Prince Andrew. This is taken from PBS. From tech titans to Wall Street power brokers and foreign dignitaries, a who's who of powerful men make appearances in the huge trove of documents released by the Justice Department in connection with the investigation of Jeffrey Epstein. All have denied having to do anything with sexual abuse of girls or young women, yet some of them maintain friendships with Epstein or developed them anew even after news stories made him widely known as an alleged abuser of young girls. No, I'm sorry. If you decided to put yourself in the presence of this monster, you are part of the. It's like if 10 people are at a dinner table and one of them is a Nazi, how many Nazis are there?
All of them.
Correct? This should be no different.
Anyone keeping company of one Nazi is complicit in what they're doing, so they're all guilty.
String them all up. I think a lot of people will take notice of that. If we started holding the rich and powerful accountable for their crimes, but there have been a lot of people who've said, no, he's not. You're not going. There's going to be no charges filed about this. The abuse of girls, it doesn't matter. When everyone was cheering about Prince Andrew getting arrested, there were people saying, look, he's not going to be charged for abusing children. It'll be something else. And then lo and behold,
better charge him.
Well, lo and behold, what did they charge him with so far? They charged Andrew for being a spy, espionage, or sensitive documents, giving him to a foreigner. That would be Jeffrey Epstein. So basically, he's being charged with trading state secrets. That's it. I'm like, we are so unserious as a people. I am so sick of us. I really am. So until I start seeing charges, the only person who's even seen the inside of a jail cell for this has been Ghislaine Maxwell. And don't get me wrong, she is a monster. And according to Virginia Giuffre's book, Nobody's Girl, if I can pull that up, yeah, I mean, she was an incredible, ferocious monster and a groomer. So, yes, sadly, I can't pull it up. I got too much stuff. Oh man. But I listened, yeah, I listened to the book, and her first abuser was her own father. That's what got, I mean, she was abused as far back as age 11. So, but I mean, we can sandbag on these creeps, but the parents of these kids have, they should be held accountable. They helped abuse their kid. There it is. Boom. Virginia Roberts Gouffre.
Oh, I just downloaded that.
Yeah, I tell you what, after listening to this book, it's like you just need a shower afterwards. It's just, it is horrific. Very, very horrific. And we need to take this seriously. This shit needs to be dealt with expeditiously, with the swiftness. I'm just tired of all this. Well, maybe it's like, dude, what are we waiting for? Statute of limitations? Oh, it just pisses me off to no end. You know, justice delayed is justice denied. Yeah, I don't care what anybody says. And how can we tell the world that we're serious about protecting, you know, these kids? We're not. We talk about the kids. We talk about the kids. We talk about the kids. And it's like, what the fuck? We can't even protect the kids that are being trafficked. And now that they're adults, we're still not doing anything about it. But this should humble us. This should piss us off. If you're not pissed off, you aren't paying attention, or you just don't give a shit. Or a five-fingered fuck. And this is why and this is what pisses me off. We could have dealt with this. This could have been dealt with, but we decided to let MAGA get in, slither their way into the door. White America decided to let these predators back in power. I mean, I'm not even looking forward to tomorrow's show. We're going to be talking about the ramifications. We're going to be talking about the cost of white supremacy and racism. It's not just affecting us here. It's affecting people overseas. This is what I wish we could get through our thick skulls.
And this is what I keep saying. What happens in America, what decisions the American president makes, not only affects the UK, but it affects other countries. I have said this many, many times. And like you said, people are not listening.
They're looking for ways, excuses, so that they don't have to vote for the black woman. They're reaching and grabbing every straw. They're choosing whiteness above all else, is what is happening. This unbelievable. I mean, I was arguing with somebody the other day, and they're like, well, Kamala Harris said she supported Israel. I said, no, she didn't. Stop spreading this disinformation about the black woman. We have white supremacists to do that job. Why are you doing this? So, yeah, and then they said, yeah, well, she did. It's like, no. Quit lying. Stop. None of them have a valid argument. I'm like, see, you guys are being lied to. You guys are being lied to. And it's like, you guys don't even care. You know, your purity tests are bullshit. They're not helping anybody. And I even made the point. I said the people of Gaza wanted you guys to vote for Kamala Harris. I mean, they don't have access to all the information, but at least they knew, hey, if Donald Trump gets in, we're fucked because he's in the back pocket of Israel. And now what has happened? Exactly what people warned would happen. Hell, Kamala Harris warned over and over again, hey, if Donald Trump gets in office, here's what you can expect to happen. And sure enough, it all came to pass. Switching gears, Russell Brand, who just was taken to court, pleads not guilty in a new sexual assault charges. And here he is carrying his Bible, pious as punch. It's like, it's the same thing. When Elon Musk tweeted out, I agree with the teachings of Jesus, it's like, that was a red flag. It's like, this is called the Russell Brand effect. Whenever you start feeling the heat of the consequences of your actions, they start going the religious route. They start getting all pious. And here's Russell Brand holding his Bible, pretending to be so, so pious. What's his name? The voice actor for Buzz Lightyear on Toy Story. Can't think of his name right now. Oh my God, he's gotten all super religious all of a sudden. And he's all giving interviews and he's talking about the writings and philosophy of the Apostle Paul. I'm like, what the fuck? What philosophy? I mean, if you go to the New Testament for depth, for philosophical...
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Tim Allen. There we go. So now I'm thinking, what is Tim Allen going to get in trouble for in the coming years? I guarantee you he's done some heinous shit. So the comedian and YouTuber appeared at Southwark Crown Court, where he stood in a plexiglass box, confirmed his name, listened as a clerk read out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he was in London. Oh. Okay. He listened as the clerk read out some details of the new charges, one of rape, one of sexual assault. Brand entered his not guilty plea. The Crown Prosecution Service brought the additional charges against Brand late last year after two new women came forward. The alleged incidents were believed to have occurred in 2009. Now, this guy would have been happy on the island. I guarantee you he would have loved to have been on Epstein's island. Can you imagine? Wow. So the charges involve 4 women and include 2 counts of rape, 1 of indecent exposure, 2 of sexual assault. Authorities claim the alleged incidences occurred between 1995, 2005. Brand has also pleaded not guilty to those. Wow, he's been a piece of shit for ever. Holy fuck. Brand's trial on the 5 original charges is set to begin in June, is expected to last 4 to 5 weeks. Holy shit. I am going to tune the fuck out. I don't know if I'm going to cover this hearing. It's just, I might cover the results and some highlights, but I just don't know if I want to spend any time on Russell Brand. Metropolitan Police began investigating Brand in 2023 after several women accused him of misconduct. In the Times, Channel 4's investigative show, Dispatches, Brand has repeatedly denied the allegations against him. In April, he posted a video saying, "I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile, but what I never was a rapist." Well, you know, rapists rarely ever agree that they are rapists. You ever think of that? But, yeah, there it is. Oh, we're going to switch gears to the Christian Post.
I just have, has Tim Allen gone over to being a Republican? Because I'm going to be very disappointed if he has. Cause
yes, he's been a Republican for a very long time. He's kind of kept it low wraps, but I mean, the guy is a fucking misogynist pig. I mean, nothing is surprising. Okay. But yeah, he's a full-fledged, and he's even gone deeper. Now he's going the fundamentalist Christian route. Yeah. Intentionally dishonest. Okay, Pastor Alan Jackson responds to CNN's misguided Christian nationalism documentary. Uh-oh, a hit dog's gonna holler. Pastor Alan Jackson has criticized CNN's documentary on Christian nationalism, calling the program misguided and functionally dishonest, arguing that it misrepresents people of faith. No, it shows people of your faith correctly. It shows people of your faith. Okay? They're not attacking people of faith. That's a whole nother argument, and I could do that. But no. Oh, here's another article, but I'm going to save that for another day. You know what? We might just jump over to it. What the fuck? I got it open. Jackson, the senior pastor for World Outreach Church in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, made the remarks during an interview on Fox News over the weekend, where he responded to CNN's documentary titled The Rise of Christian Nationalism. Can you look that up? CNN documentary, The Rise of Christian Nationalism. I want to see if there's a free version of that. Yeah, CNN documentary, The Rise of Christian Nationalism. The documentary's introduction states that it examines the growing influence of Christian nationalism, an ideology rooted in the belief that the United States was founded as a Christian nation and that its laws and institutions should reflect Christian values. Through immersive reporting and on-the-ground access, the episode explores how a movement once largely confined to the margins of white evangelical culture has gained new visibility and political power. Jackson, who has served as senior pastor of World Outreach Church since 1989 and whose biblical messages have reached millions through his Alan Jackson Ministries, rejected the documentary's framing and said it presents an inaccurate picture of religious Americans. Yes. So we've never had state-sponsored faith, but those Judeo-Christian values shaped our founding documents. Okay, so whatever. Due to the Christian values that are behind public institutions, the U.S. is dramatically different from nations oriented towards Islam, Buddhism, or communism. The program, he said, fails to reflect that many Americans are coming back to the church and rediscovering faith communities in the United States. The Fox broadcast linked the trend of Americans returning to the Christian faith in part of the influence of conservative activist Charlie Kirk among younger audiences. That racist mongrel. Kirk's campus events and outreach efforts encouraged greater interest in faith and conservative values among students. Before his assassination last September, Kirk, a conservative Christian activist and founder of Toilet Paper USA, built a national profile through campus speaking tours and political activism. In the documentary, Brown cited experts to claim that Kirk's murder while speaking at a Utah University campus was a pivotal moment for the Christian nationalism movement, and an occasion where the tragedy of his loss unified Christian nationalists and the Trump administration as they honored him. One alleged expert claimed on the documentary that Kirk's memorial service radicalized many American Christians into believing they increasingly face hostility in their own country. You have to be seriously avoiding reality when Charlie Kirk was murdered and hunted in public to say that Christians try to fabricate the idea that they are being persecuted. Well, yes, they do. They fabricate persecution. They attack, and then when they're hit back, they are told that's where they accuse people of, oh, they're persecuting us. It's like, no, it's called pushback against your disgusting ideology. Did you find it?
I found someone who is reacting to it, and then the bottom one, I think, is it. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Let's open this up. No, we don't need... Let's see, The Rise of Christian Nationalism. This is from the Aspen Institute. Okay, this is Conversations Among Journalists and Scholars from 2023. So I don't think this is a documentary. This is kind of a forum. I mean, I guarantee you some of the same experts.
I'm trying, sorry.
That's okay. I think some of the same experts and scholars and whatever that showed up for this would no doubt be on the documentary. Let me see if I can. CNN documentary. The Rise of Christian Nationalism. Let's see what I get. I got 11 minutes. I got the... Yeah, I got the same... Yeah, I don't want a response video because I just want that documentary if I can. So it looks like...
I understand. I will keep looking until I find it.
Yeah, it probably won't be on YouTube. It's probably going to be... probably on their website if it's available. CNN's new Christian documentary is pure propaganda. Calling it a hit piece on Christianity, slapping the label on it. Oh. Isabel Brown. Breaking news, Christian equals threat. Well, no, so obviously people who did not watch the documentary. Yeah, look at she is not serious. She is goobering throughout her entire presentation. She did not watch this documentary at all. Well, of course. She's not going to sit down for an hour and actually educate herself. Yeah, she's just blathering on. I have no interest in her. So, let's see. Oh, and then he continues, going back to the article. We shouldn't be surprised. They said Jesus was a radical. They said the Apostle Paul was a radical. So if standing with Jesus and biblical principles makes us radical, I'll get a t-shirt and stay gladly in that space. Okay, then why are you... Okay, you can't have it both ways. If Jesus was a radical the way you are presenting him, then the CNN documentary wasn't an attack. It was a true representation, wasn't it? He said Gen Z has a hunger for authenticity and God, and somehow they are avoiding the propaganda that's come through so much of education and academia. Public debate over alleged Christian nationalism intensifies after the January 6, 2021 riot on the U.S. Capitol, when some analysts pointed to religious symbolism and rhetoric among segments of the crowd. You had whole-ass pastors in the crowd leading people through prayer, through songs, right before the insurrection took place. The fuck do you think? Oh, get the fuck out of here. You're not beating the allegations. You can deny it all you want. You son of a bitch. You're not getting away. Nuh-uh. No, sir. Is it on Discovery?
I think it's on Discovery Plus. I'm having a look now. I'm just signing in to my Discovery account a second.
I wonder if it would be available on HBO. Well, we'll see. The truth behind why Gen Z are buying Bibles. A young man of my acquaintance casually mentioned that he bought a Bible recently. He proffered this information shyly yet excitedly with no trace of embarrassment as he showed me the leather-bound King James version he'd picked up from a charity shop. It was the first time in his life he'd owned one, he said. He liked the heft of it, the age of it, the life it had lived before him. Okay, well, I've always been interested in it as a text. I just thought maybe it's about time I tried reading it. Okay. Yeah, but let's see. No, I do not. Go away. No, I don't. Okay, so here it is. Toilet paper, Baptist Church, Toilet Paper USA backs off plans to host Make Heaven Crowded tour event. I'm going to say that again. They were going to host a Make Heaven Crowded tour event. So when I first heard of it, my thought was, oh, goodness, are they going to advocate for more school shootings? Okay. So a scheduled Turning Point, Toilet Paper USA Faith tour stop at a Baptist church in Florida featuring the widow of Toilet Paper USA founder Charlie Kirk has apparently been canceled. Yeah, this fake crying bitch. Why would you want her at your church? This skank was literally cut out of the will. She's not in the will, which explains why she's been she's been doing fundraisers. She's been doing all sorts of things to raise money. She's been selling merch. Within a month of Charlie Kirk's death, she was bragging on camera about how much money they're going to be making off of merchandise. This is Erica Kirk. And Candace Owens, another right-wing nut job, she's been going after Erica Kirk. So it's been a MAGA on MAGA bloodbath. The Make Heaven Crowded Tour, a nationwide gospel-focused revival series headlined by Toilet Paper USA CEO Erica Kirk, was scheduled to bring a night of worship preaching ministry to First Baptist Orlando on February 25th. Yeah, it's the 27th, so yeah, it was canceled. Chip Moore, Director of Pastoral Relations for Toilet Paper USA Faith shared the event on a January 30th Facebook post, calling it unforgettable and epic as he urged local supporters to register via the event's official website, inviting his followers to help pack the house. He wrote, "I'm so excited to share this. The Make Heaven Crowded Tour is coming to Orlando. Join us February 25th. While the post was still up, Moore's personal Facebook, as of Wednesday, the event is no longer listed on the Make Heaven Crowded Tour website. So did they change venues? Is that what that is? In response, Pastor Lucas Miles offered the following statement. After further evaluation, Toilet Paper Faith determined that this particular stop was not the best strategic fit for either organization. We remain grateful for the conversations with First Baptist Orlando, and we hope to partner with them in the future. The Make Heaven Crowded Tour has been a massive success, and we can't wait to bring the tour to dozens of cities nationwide. In a sermon post, February 15th, First Baptist Orlando Senior Pastor David Uth said the church received a request from the tour's organizations a couple of months ago about potentially holding an event. We asked them what we ask every group. We had a concern and we got a request. The concern is that this is about something other than Jesus. We don't really like having events and doing events here that are about other things. But if it's about Jesus and not about politics and not about party, but about the one true way to make heaven crowded, then yes, you are welcome here. Okay. So, wow. So after that, I guess Toilet Paper USA decided, they're not going to let us politicize their church? Well, fine. We'll just host it somewhere else. But I'm sure there are hundreds of other churches in Florida that would love to have this despicable display of commercialism in their church. Because that is what the church is now. I mean, well, it's what it always has been. I guess you could say they're going back to their roots. Make money. Well, we'll see souls saved, but, you can't do it without money, can you? Oh, fucking hell. Sorry. I think I'm done with the Christian Post for a while.
You're fine. I can't look for that anymore at the moment because it's cooking my brain and I need to concentrate on
That's okay.
our lives. So I'm coming back to reality to join you a second. I've said you what I found so far, but I'll have another look later.
So apparently The View hosted a conservative right-wing nut job on their show, and she is complaining about all the hate she's receiving online. It's like, are you serious? So Savannah Crisley, she's filling in for Alyssa Farah Griffin, the Republican, their token Republican they have on the show.
Oh, did you hear the news that Trump has nominated? I can't remember her name, but she's in trouble and got an investigation against her for assault or something. And her husband has got claims of sexual assault against him, but those claims have been dropped.
Why does
but
this
he's been
sound
banned.
so familiar?
But he's been banned from going in this place where it happened. I was reading about it yesterday, but I can't remember who the name of the
that
disgusting lady that was endorsed.
I think the nomination
She was
didn't
a
go through.
Republican. She was.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that goes without saying. It's like we've got to stop. We have got to stop normalizing these pedophile enablers, because that's what they are. Pedophile enablers.
Do you know they call Democrats the deep state? I think Republicans are the deep state that are involved in the paedophile ring.
Yeah,
Every
pedophiles are
accusation
the deep state.
is
Yes.
a confession.
So, switching gears back to Candace Owens, she's gonna come out with her own series called The Bride of Charlie, and where she's going to be releasing information on Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk.
That's a little on the nose for the bride of Chucky, isn't it?
Right. That's what she was going for.
She's going to end up with a lawsuit. She's not careful. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
She's got a few of them already.
Yeah, she's being sued by the French president. But yeah. There's a big divide. You've got Candace Owens stands, and then you've got Charlie Kirk stands, Erica Kirk. It's like, wow. So maybe that's a series we should delve into. We'll look into a little bit more. Now, bear in mind, I know that Candace Owens is pure poison. But this information that she's got on Erica Kirk, I at least want to see it. So, did you have anything to add before we close up shop? Well, anyway, we want to thank you so much for joining us on the Skeptically Speaking podcast. And if you've stayed with us this long, we want to thank you for sticking it out. And please consider supporting us so we could do this full time. We'd love to do it.
Yeah, sorry, I spaced out. I was trying to find the lady's name, but I will put it in my notes tomorrow, so I have that prepared. Only notes that I've got is that particularly white people, we need to get out and make sure we vote. And if, the third party voters could kindly help us out so we can vote out all Republicans, it would be greatly appreciated. Because if we leave the Republicans in, we ain't going to have a country, let alone a world for future generations left. If we leave the Republicans in charge any longer, we need to get Trump impeached. We need to get him put in prison and definitely removed from the White House permanently. And everyone else that enabled, they're all complicit. That's the word I'm looking for. They're all complicit and they all should be charged.
I could not agree any more than that.
Charge Elon Musk. Deport his ass.
Yeah. If anybody needs to be deported, it's that fuckstick. With that being said, thank you so much. Take care, everybody.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Grab a brush and put a little makeup. Hide the scars to fade away. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? Here you go, create another fable. You wanted to grab a brush and put a little makeup. You wanted to hide the scars to fade away the shaker. You wanted to. Why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You wanted to. I don't think you trust